This
Well,
conference will now be
second meeting,
recorded.
to order at 7:07. Welcome to the meeting. As of this point, the meeting technical coordinator has muted all participants with the exception of the chairman, executive director, and GSI and IT director. Attending this meeting will be unmuted in a moment or two. This meeting is being recorded by the MRPC. This meeting was posted in accordance with the open meeting law as recently amended by Governor Baker on March 12, 2020, as order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GLC 38 SS 20. It appears that there is a total of, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's 13 participants. 12 are via video, and I think another 3 are by phone, but you could correct me. So let's start the meeting. Jason, would you unmute all participants so that we can complete a roll? And I have to note that all votes, I think we're going to end up with at least 4 votes tonight, will have to be done by roll call since this is remote participation. So I guess, do you have the roll call already, Jason? Or do you want to call it out? Can you hear me, Jason?
Sorry, I was muted. I'm an idiot. Linda, I think that's better for you to handle. Do you have all of the voting members listed? All right, when we need to get there, I'll take care of it. Just tell me to do the roll call and I'll do it.
Okay, I did open the meeting. We have introductions and announcements. So I don't know if do we need the roll call at this moment? Or do we want everybody to introduce themselves? It's a little different, so. How do you want to do this, Linda?
Why don't you have everybody introduce themselves and I'll write it down.
I mean, that might get a little messy. Why don't I just call them out like we did before? And if anybody is missing at the end, please just let us know.
That sounds like a better idea.
Okay. Glenn Eaton. Glenn Eaton. Let's go.
Jason, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alan Pease.
Here.
Barbara Yoakum. I think Barbara dropped out on the call. Barbara?
Here, I'm here.
Oh, okay, you are. Brad Harris.
Here.
Elizabeth Faxon. Elizabeth Faxon is muted. Try to come back. Oh, Elizabeth Faxon. Are you here, Elizabeth? If you are Elizabeth, but you can't be heard, just send something in the chat bubble, please. George Kahali.
Present.
Guy Corbacero.
Present.
John Hume.
Present.
John Telepsiak.
Present.
Laura Schifrin. Laura Schifrin.
Present. Present.
Linda Parmenter.
Present.
Linda Quinlivan.
Present.
Mike Smith.
Present.
Paula Bertram.
Present.
Bill Duffy.
Present.
Roger Hoyt.
Present.
Russell Williston.
Present.
Oh, and I got a message. Elizabeth Faxon is here. She is non-voting. My name is Jason Stanton. So I think that does it.
Okay,
I'm good.
good. Next item on the agenda is approval of March 5th, 2020 MRPC minutes. Again, this will have to be done by roll call. If I have a motion to accept as written, please state your name when you make that motion.
This is John Slepsek. I make a motion, we accept the minutes from March 5th.
Second, Oliver.
Okay, could you call the roll call of voting members, Jason?
Yep, Alan Pease,
Yes, approved.
Barbara Yocum,
Aye.
Guy Corbicero,
Aye.
John Telepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin, Laura Schifrin. Try one
Yes.
more time. Laura, yes?
Yep.
Mike Smith,
Yes.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
Phil Duffy,
I abstain. I wasn't at the meeting.
Roger Hoyt,
Aye.
Russell Williston.
Aye.
That's
Okay,
it?
is that everybody? Okay, if that's everybody, we'll move on to the cash schedule. So I guess I'll turn this over to Alan.
Okay, if you remember, we ran into a question with the cash schedule at the last meeting, so we're going to be doing the February cash schedule now, covering the period February 1st to February 29th. Opening balances, this is checking enterprise, MRPC debit card, money market enterprise, MMDT, and EPA program income account. The total for those accounts is $245,676.46. Total receipts is $162,998.68. Cash on hand before this warrant, $408,665.14. Less this warrant, $109,863.77. Balance of the warrant is $298,801.37. And that balance is with the deposits in the bank.
Any questions of Alan? If not hearing any, I'll entertain a motion to accept subject to audit. And please state your name when you make the
This is
motion.
Laura Schifrin. And I make the motion that the financials be accepted subject to audit.
Phil Duffy, I second.
Okay, very good. Any other questions? If not, could you call a roll, Jason?
Yep, Alan Pease,
Aye.
Barbara Yocum,
Aye.
Guy Corbicero,
Aye.
John Telepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin,
Yes.
Mike Smith,
Aye.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
Phil Duffy,
Aye.
Roger Hoyt,
Aye.
Russell Williston.
Aye.
And did I miss anybody?
Not hearing any, then we'll move on to Alan with the cash schedule for March.
Okay, March cash schedule. Opening balances, again, in the checking, MRPC debit, MMDT, and EPA program accounts. The opening balances are $298,801.37. Total receipts for the period, $230,831.89. Cash on hand before this warrant, $529,633.26. Less the amount of the warrant, which is $243,779.87, leaving a balance after the warrant of $285,853.39, which again balances with the amount on deposit.
Any questions from the members? Not hearing any, I'll entertain a motion to accept subject to audit. Please state your name.
So moved. Russ Williston.
Do I
Second,
have,
Laura Schifrin.
great. Any questions? If not, could you call the roll, Brad?
Alan Pease,
Aye.
Robert Yocum,
Aye.
moving down, Guy Corbacero,
Aye.
John Hume. Sorry. John Chlepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin,
Aye.
Mike Smith,
Aye.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
Bill Duffy,
Aye.
Roger Hoyt,
Aye.
Russell Williston.
Aye.
Did I miss anybody?
If that's everything, then we'll move on to administrative matters. 5.1, Executive Director Review Process. Could you speak to that, Glenn?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Hi, Jason, all?
I could hear you.
Okay, very good. So the executive committee met from around 6:35 to around 6:55 earlier this evening. I had sent out a couple of forms. I'm going to do some research and get some other forms. But the bottom line is we're going to use the process we used last year. And if we can improve that form with some new forms or new data from other RPAs or COGS or NARC or NATO, we will. And so it's my homework to get these documents to the executive committee members, of which there are 7. And we'll have, I presume we'd have another executive committee meeting at the beginning of the May meeting, whatever the date that is.
Okay, great. Then we'll, if that's all, Glenn, do you have anything else?
Sir.
Do you have anything else you want to report on before we move on to the EPA revolving loan fund?
No, sir, I'm fine, Guy. Can you hear me? I'm all set.
Okay, yes, I can hear you. 5.2 EPA revolving loan fund, loan policy, approval required. It goes through about 8 pages, and then we come up, I think, on page 8 with a resolution. Do you want to speak to this, Glenn, or does John Hume want to speak to this?
Okay, so very quickly, I will just say that the commissioners and staff worked on this in 2019. Recently, I asked John to take over to get this over the goal line, and he did. So it's been scrubbed and edited to within an inch of its life. I think it's okay. And I'd like John to pick up the rest of this to get us to the resolution, if that's okay with you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I just want to note that this was sent out to the members a couple weeks ago for their review, so hopefully you've all seen it. Okay, John, up to you.
Okay, we did just a little bit of background. I'm sure everybody knows because they've read through it, but we did get a revolving loan fund for environmental cleanup back in 2001. And right now, I think that we have about $150,000 or $160,000 program income that has been paid back. And we've got these funds, and I think it'd be really instrumental in these economic hard times that are coming up to have a revolving loan fund set up like this that's a little bit less interest than the going rate, to help folks out and move the economy along and help us get out of this funk. So we did send it out to commissioners for review. I know that Barbara Yoakum in particular had some very good comments, some very good edits, and I think it's polished up.
This is John Polepsiak. I would make a motion that the commission, approve the EPA revolving fund loan policy as stated above.
Very good. Do I have a second?
Paula
Second,
Burke,
Russ Williston.
second.
Okay, very good. Any questions or discussions on this? If not, I don't hear any. Brad, could you call the roll, please?
Alan Pease,
Aye.
Barbara Yoakum,
Aye.
Guy Corbicero,
Aye.
John Telepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin,
Aye.
Mike Smith,
Aye.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
Phil Duffy,
Aye.
Roger Hoyt,
Aye.
Russell Williston.
Aye.
Did I miss anybody?
Oh, looks like it passed. Then if nothing else, we'll move on to, oh, please. Any questions, any comments? If not, we'll move on to 5.3 COVID-19 matters. Is there something that you wanted to address, Glenn, or?
Yes. Yes, Guy. Can you hear me okay, sir?
Yes, I can.
Very good, sir. All right, very good. I'll keep this brief. There is so much going on right now. There is absolutely no time to write a report on everything. But what you need to know, here are the highlights, that before the governor issued I'm not going to call it a stay-at-home order, but a suggestion, whatever he called it in his directive, to have only essential businesses operating and non-essential businesses not. A business day or 2 or 3 business days ahead of that, whenever that date was, and the days are blending in for all of us, I know, that I did write our own directive and basically sent everybody home. I offered it as a volunteer. Several people took me up on that, and then by the end of that week, which I think was about 2 weeks ago, by the end of that week, Thursday or Friday, everybody was working at home. I do want to say credit to every employee on the payroll, that everybody wrestled with our own tech demons to work at home and work remotely, and everybody chipped in, and a great deal of work was done by all. And I just want to credit all the employees. Everybody did a great job in cooperating and working through this difficult time. Jason, thank you in front of everybody, that the IT work that you've done is the glue that keeps everything together, so long as file servers don't overheat wherever those are. We have instantaneous communication among the employees through Microsoft Teams. Jason installed it for all of us. I think we assisted by downloading on our own laptops and so on. But the bottom line is we can have instantaneous communication. I held a staff meeting. I think it was last Friday. The days are blending again. I'm going to have, in the next few business days, next 3 business days, I'll be having department meetings. One with John's team, one with Brad's team, one with Jason's GIS team. I'm going to ask George Kahali to join in on the transportation team. And tomorrow at 9 a.m. we have an admin and financial team meeting at, I think it's about 9 a.m. So we're still communicating. I think a key point that needs to be raised is all of the employees. We have contracts that fund all of the employees now. All of the employees, all of our colleagues are working diligently on all of those contracts. They, instead of being at 464 Abbott Avenue in Leominster, they're at 14 different places in Worcester or Greater Worcester County. And that's vital because I don't want any client, locality, state, federal department to misunderstand that there is not work being done. There is work being done still by all of the members of the team. And that's critically important for you to know. I will close out by saying that it is my personal opinion that the next decade or two, we will never be the same as an organization. I think this has changed a lot of our lives, professionally and personally. Several weeks ago, when the China virus became the world's virus, I soon began to realize that there is going to be a pivotal shift. Primarily, I was concerned at the latest MARPA meeting about 2 weeks ago that one of the staff of MAPC indicated that the state budget is showing about a $500 million deficit right now. They're projecting a $1, $2, or $3 billion deficit in the upcoming fiscal year, and we all, and I mean all of us, commissioners, volunteers that you are, and the employees need to work together to make sure that we keep the ship upright and intact. And we have a great team, and I want to keep them assembled. Having said that, I will close by saying that John Hume and I had 3 meetings with our representative, Deborah Bevan, from the Economic Development Administration. I believe it was this past Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, and talking about at least 2 grants that we're trying to get constructed so that we can submit them to the Federal Economic Development Administration for ideally, they'll fund these as soon as humanly possible. I don't know what that is. This is a brand new world. In the past, it would take 6 months to negotiate a grant, the EDA. I hope that they will move a lot faster. This is really the last thing I'll say. This is why I'm not writing all this down, and I can't. There's not enough time to document everything. Last Friday, 8:30 a.m., I put out an email blast on that prior Wednesday, and I invited over 200 local officials and partners. Partnerships are very important. I invited the Chambers of Commerce and other people in my Rolodex to participate in a meeting. About 35 people did. Alan Pease was there, Phil Duffy, Guy, you were there, and many others. And you all had great input and great ideas. There was a definite theme to do whatever we can do to assist the business community. That's why, case in point, one of the EDA grants will be for a revolving loan fund. I personally would like to obtain EDA grant funds in this area, although a colleague of mine has said the SBA has plenty of money, just let them do that. There will never be enough money, I believe, to right the ship as quickly as we want to in the Montezuma region. So the more dollars we can get, and the getting and the asking time is now. I have managed a revolving loan fund funded with EDA and CDBG in the past. That particular fund still exists through the North Central Chamber. I have no desire to make a revolving loan fund revolving, but I think that we need to make grants and make it a true micro loan program. We might be talking about grants of $2,500 to $10,000. Comparable, similar, but smaller probably than the SBA's payroll protection program, the PPP that just came out. It's of vital importance that we all pull together, not just to maintain our own employees, but we're really talking about keeping the glue together for the whole region, and we have a huge role to play. I will say that in my personal life, I'm counseling one local business, and also working with a consortium of about a half a dozen people to put together a, outside of MRPC, but in the evenings and so on, to put together a personal protective equipment volunteer basis that's going to turn into a company, some form, nonprofit or for-profit, we don't know. But the seed was planted last Friday by a colleague of ours. Today's Thursday, and in 6 days, we know we can get hundreds of thousands of dollars to ramp up and help out. So we're all trying to help in many ways. There's a lot going on. You're very busy, and I would like to close there if I may.
Thank you very much, Glenn, and thank you for all your hard work. Any questions of Glenn in regards to anything he said?
Yes, I have a question. This is Barbara Yocum. Glenn, I called the office, I think it was last week, and there's nothing on the answering machine that indicates that people are working remotely. Is there any way that you could add something to your answering machine to say that we will call you back?
Yes, and I would ask Linda Parmenter to help us out with that, Linda and or Jason, if you could contribute to having something that says, you know, we are working in this new state, national emergency and state emergency. Barbara, I will tell you that Linda and I just discussed not putting that on the website because we didn't want to say we're not here anymore. Burglars, come on in. We're gonna, if we could wordsmith that, yeah, Barbara, you're absolutely right. We have to have something on the general message. So I'm gonna guess
I
Linda
think on
or
the
Jason
phone
can help.
message. Okay, great. Thank you.
I can add something to it.
Go
George.
ahead, George.
Yeah, if somebody leaves a message on our machine in the office, we have it on our email, and we can return the call right away.
That's an excellent point, George, that our new phone system, if you leave a voicemail, that recording, the WAV file or the audio file goes immediately to the individual employees' email inboxes. So that's how we can return the calls. And GK, Barbara was saying, well, something on the message when you call in would be helpful to let people know that there's no one there to pick up the phone all the time. So that's, I think both of those points are very valid.
Okay.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Glenn, this is John Slepchak. Are the grounds there closed? The
Yes.
trustees of the is that all
Yes.
closed up?
A week and a half ago, the trustees of reservations closed all their facilities. They have over 50 or over 100 from deep Western Mass to the Cape and Northeastern Mass at the Crane Estate. So they're all shut down. I had to go into the office for the first time today for about an hour to pick up a few things. And there are orange cones at the two driveways with "we're shut," and there are signs on the door in mostly red ink that say the trustees of reservations properties are closed for the duration.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious.
Thank you. If no other questions, we'll move on to status reports. The usual way as I read through the headings, if anybody has any comments, please speak up. I will pause and I will probably only read the bold italicized headings for brevity. 6.1, Geographic Information Systems, Mr. Mapper and mobile apps. Community related, and we have a list of the communities. Comprehensive planning related, DLTA, transportation related, and transit related, all within that same community geographic information systems. Transit related.
Okay.
If no questions on that, we go to 6.2, planning and development. Comprehensive Planning Division. Federal Economic Development Administration, EDA. Federal Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Montechusett Regional Brownfields Assessment Program. Some different projects there. Massachusetts Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs. District Local Technical Assistance. And I do have to note in this section that proposals are due no later than 3 p.m. on May 4th, 2020 for the round 3 that we're doing. We got no applications for round 2. So if you can get them in, be great. Any comments, Sarah? Oh. Just a little moaning and groaning. Massachusetts Department of Energy Resources. Community Development Division. Massachusetts Enterprise Center, MEC, Inc. And it goes on there with the programs. Community Development Block Grants, CDBG. Well, if nothing in that section, we'll go 6.3 transit. Air Depot Square Pedestrian Plaza, Shirley MBTA Station Parking Lot. Those are the two items in transit. If not, we move on to 6.4. Just to note, in transit, at the meeting last week, Mart had said that they're not charging for buses at the moment. So you can get on and off free, from what I understand, because they don't want the transfer of money.
Yes, that is true. All Mart public transit is free, and the people, they don't have to interact with the drivers. They get on the bus in the back door and get out from the back door.
Great. Okay, 6.4 transportation. The FFY 2021 to 2024 Transportation Improvement Program, TIP. This is one we're going to need a resolution on coming down. Then we have the FFY 2020-21 Unified Plan Works Program. I think some of these were emailed to you earlier in the week. Some of the plans, I think Linda sent them out, the programs. 6.4.1, authorization for MRPC chair to endorse the FFY 2020 to 2024 TIP Amendment 3. We have a report here. Do we have anybody to speak to that? Brad?
Yes.
Or anybody?
Yes, Brad Harris here. Basically, we were notified by Mass DOT of the need to do an amendment to the FFY 2020 element of the TIP on the highway side. There's a handout that lists the different changes that are being recommended. The first one, well, let me go back a bit. The MPO met in March. We met a week later due to all the coronavirus issues. So the original scheduled date was pushed back to March 25th. And the MPO met there and reviewed the TIP amendment document and voted to release it for a public review and comment period. Because of the dates between that MPO meeting and the next one, which is on April 15th, did not allow for a full 21-day comment period. They voted to shorten the comment period to 14 days. So the comment period on this amendment began on March 30th, and it's going to run until the close of business on Tuesday, April 13th, which is 2 days before the next scheduled MPO meeting. So the changes on this basically only involve one target project. It's the Route 13 project in Leominster. It had an increase in its price of about $745,000. Luckily, we had a remaining balance in our target funds for FFY 2020 of about $830,000. So we're able to accommodate this increase in price without affecting any of the other target projects. So that's the first project that is being proposed for a change. The second one is a bridge project in Shirley. The bridge project went up about $315,000. So that project cost is changing and needs to be reflected in the FFY 2020 TIP. And the third project in our 2020 TIP was the Twin Cities Rail Trail. It was being asked to be moved out of 2020 and moved back into 2021. This project is going to be funded all with statewide funds, so it doesn't, again, impact any of our target projects. In addition to moving the project out a year, the price is increasing by about $2,881,000. And I believe a lot of this has to do with the bridge over Route 2 and some other bridges and some other crossings across different streets. So that's the reason for the need to move that project back. And then finally, there were two new projects added. These are a result of Workforce Transportation Grant Awards, which use CMAQ funds, statewide CMAQ funds. So they have to be added to the TIP. You can see them on the TIP down the bottom. One is for expanding Fitchburg to Worcester shuttle service, and the other is for Air Shirley Devon's First Mile, Last Mile pilot program. So those are being added to the tip. So those are the changes being proposed. Again, it's out for public comment. We haven't had any comments to date. The JTC reviewed preliminary information at the time. Didn't have any problems with the tip. We will be meeting with the MJTC on April 8th. We'll accept any comments at that meeting and get a recommendation from them for the MPO. So that's all there is on that tip amendment. The resolution requiring commission action. Be resolved that the MRPC has reviewed the FFY 2020-24 Transportation Improvement Program Amendment number 3, and based upon this review, as well as review of any comments received, authorize its chairman to endorse the FFY 20-24 TIP Amendment number 3 at an MPO meeting scheduled for Wednesday, April 15th, 2020 at 1 p.m. at the MRPC offices.
Do you have any questions in regards to this? Don't hear any.
This is Phil
Duffy. Phil Duffy moved the resolution. Do I have a second?
P, second.
Okay, very good. Would you, Jason, would you call the roll?
Alan Pease,
Aye.
Barbara Yocum,
Aye.
Guy Corbacero,
Aye.
John Telepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin,
Aye.
Mike Smith,
Aye.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
Phil Duffy,
Aye.
Roger Hoyt,
Aye.
Russell Williston.
Aye.
Did I miss anybody?
No, I guess, if not, we'll move on. I just want to note that it did say meetings were at the MRPC offices, but in this period, all new meetings are virtual. So probably
Yes,
the only one at MRPC will be Jason.
Just to let everybody know, if they haven't heard, next Joint Transportation Committee meeting is again next Wednesday, April 8th, but it's going to be held at 2:30 p.m. At the March meeting, they voted to change the start time to see if we could increase participation. So for March and April, April and May will be meeting at 2:30 p.m. and then make a decision after that as to what the new start time might be.
Great. If no questions on that, we'll move on. 6.5 information.
Sorry,
Oh, go
I have
ahead.
a question. John Telepsiak.
Yes, go ahead, John.
That MPO meeting, that's going to be held like these, right?
Yes, and the
Virtual.
JTC is too going to be held online. The information is on the website, and you should get all the information there as how to log into the JTC meeting, and the MPO meeting will be posted that way too.
Okay, thank you.
Great. If no other questions, 6.5 information technology, and this just tells us about what I think Glenn had alluded to earlier, everybody working at home. Anything else in that respect, Glenn?
No, sir, but if Jason would like to speak to this is his area.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add. I mean, I think things are going about as well as could be expected. There are some issues that are sort of outside of our control, like if Microsoft Teams crashes or, our internet service providers, Verizon or Comcast, are having issues handling all of the traffic, and sometimes our remote desktops freeze and things like that. But I think things are going about as smoothly as they possibly can. I think the Microsoft Teams has really helped out with collaboration on projects and face-to-face meetings and things of that nature.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Jason. And the last item is new business. If there's any new business anybody wants to bring up.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Glenn.
Over the last 24 hours, we We have a variety of a certain number of laptops that have been distributed to staff. These laptops were purchased approximately the summer of 2016. They are approximately 3.5 years or 3 years and 9 months old. The one used by an employee failed, I believe, today or yesterday. Jason can speak to the details. Jason did send me literature and ask if, pardon me. Jason did send me a quote for the purchase and replacement of that one laptop in question. I emailed back to Jason, Linda Quinlivan, Linda Parmenter, and I suggested that we seek authorization this evening under new business to ask for authorization from the planning commissioners to move $1,500 out of a certain line item. I'm going to need help with that, staff, and into the small tools, equipment, and furniture line item to pay for the purchase of up to 3 laptop computers for staff to use while working remotely. The immediate need is to purchase one as the commission meets every 30 days on average. I'm seeking authorization in case we have another failure, that we'd have some authorization, some wiggle room to buy some other technology. That's the substance of the request. I think I definitely need the teammates to chime in. Jason, Linda Parmenter.
Okay, this is Linda Parmenter. First I'm hearing of this, so I can't add anything to that. And maybe this was done after I left work today.
Probably, Linda. The hours are blending. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is the first I'm hearing of this. I don't know if this is something you discussed after I left work today, so I can't tell you where it's being taken from, what line item it's being taken from. So is Linda Quinn?
That's fine. I would just suggest, I did chat with Linda today, Linda Quinlivan. I think we did it by email. I'm not sure because it's all fading to me too, Linda. The safest thing to do is if the commissioners would authorize this, that we take it out of the $25,000 that's been set aside for the OPEB trust fund.
Okay.
It's the cleanest, safest thing to do right now.
Yeah, and I just want to also clarify the laptop that died it's already been replaced with an actual workstation, so that employee is already working fine from home. But that's not the workstations that we have in the office. They don't have wireless routers on them. They're hardwired. So that's not always a solution for everybody. So that's why we want to be able to purchase up to 3, in case another one dies and the workstation replacement isn't going to be an option. We can quickly get another laptop in and get that replaced.
This is Phil Duffy. Can I make a remark if I can?
If
our bylaws are written as such that the agency has to come to the board to move such a small amount of money, then we need to change our bylaw. We shouldn't really be having to vote on a $1,500 line item transfer within the budget.
And I can answer that, Phil, and thank you for your kind words. I don't want to speak to the bylaws right now. The past practice had been, and we got out of a bad past practice where we would make adjustments as staff and then ask for approval later on. And bluntly, the fiscal and admin team and I are really trying to be a lot more proactive and do these votes when they come up. So we're not a town, we don't have to go to town meeting, but if we meet every 30 days, it's just about prior planning prevents poor performance kind of a thing. Phil, thank you for your comment. And for me, this was just the right thing to do.
What was your requesting, Glenn?
I'm sorry, Alan, I didn't pick you all up.
What was the amount that you're requesting?
$1,500. The quote that I received from Jason was, I'll defer to Jason, a little over 600 for one laptop, something, or 500.
I think it was 630 for one laptop. And then in the small tools and equipment, there was, a few $100s remaining in that. So the thought was to shift $1,500 from, was it the OPEB account that you were talking about?
Yes, sir.
into the small tools and equipment. So that would give us basically $2,000 to purchase the up to 3 laptops.
If needed.
So I'm going to move to transfer $1,500 from the OPED account to the small tools and equipment account.
Alan moved the
Second.
motion. Who was seconding it?
Paula Bertram, second.
Jason, could you call, any questions? If not, could you call the roll, Jason?
Yep. Alan Pease,
Aye.
Barbara Yocum,
Aye.
Guy Corbacero,
Aye.
John Telepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin,
Aye.
Mike Smith,
Aye.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
Phil Duffy,
Aye.
Roger Hoyt. Roger Hoyt? Maybe
Aye.
he stepped up. Oh, sorry. Russell
I just
Wilson?
unmuted.
Sorry.
Aye.
Did I miss anybody?
I guess not. So that comes to the end of our agenda. I just want to thank everybody for participating and say, I think this has gone fairly well for the first meeting. And I think in future meetings, we will probably improve. So if there's no other comments, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
This is John Telepsiak. What is the
Okay.
status of the nominating committee for the officers?
They're yet to meet. When are they going to meet, Glenn?
We'll meet at the next meeting in May. If I have that correct, they would meet in May, and I want to verify that with Linda because she's our walking bylaw book. Linda, did I say that correctly?
Yes, we're gonna meet in May, probably at 6:30 before the commission meeting.
Thanks.
Okay, very good. There's still plenty of time if somebody wants to jump in. Okay, very good. Any other questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Please state your name when you make it.
So moved, Paula Bertram.
Okay, I've
Second,
Paula,
Russell.
Russell second. Could you call the roll?
Yep. Alan,
Jason,
Aye.
Barbara Yocum,
Aye.
Guy Corbacero,
aye.
John Telepsiak,
Aye.
Laura Schifrin,
Aye.
Mike Smith,
Aye.
Paula Bertram,
Aye.
all right, Phil Duffy,
Aye.
Roger Hoyt,
Aye.
Russell Williston.
Aye.
Did I miss anybody?
If not, I call this meeting adjourned at 7:56, 20 minutes earlier than planned.
Well done.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
I'm good.
You too.
Night.